Yo, welcome to For Your Influence. In today's video, we're doing something really cool. We're checking out a Korean barbecue spot in Cape Town Observatory. It's called Gogi Restaurant. Let's go check it out.
There's two Gogi restaurants in Cape Town. One in Newlands, as seen on the map, and the other one is in Observatory. That is the one we'll be checking out today. They don't have a sign yet, so finding them is a bit of a mission if it's your first time. They are located inside of St. Peter's Square Shopping Center on the first floor as you go up the escalator stairs. Right next to them, the entrance on the left, something interesting. It should come up right now. A Korean market. They sell a range of Korean products. Here you'll find candies, biscuits, sodas, and some of their most popular noodles. This store's big and it's packed. If you're interested in trying Korean products, this is a store to check out, definitely. It's quite cool. Now let's get to Gogi. What does it mean? Gogi simply means meat. They offer Korean barbecue and a menu with a big variety of dishes. Now, Gogi is not the cheapest place to dine at in our current financial market. It's quite expensive. I will say this though, the menu does look good, a variety of dishes that look very interesting. With Korean barbecue you get a lot of sides, you get lettuce and the meat that you ordered, which I ordered marinated short rib, you get rice, you get pickled radish, you get salt and pepper, chili, you get some samjang sauce, a soybean paste sauce, raw onion and mushroom, you get that's kimchi right there. You get a pasta with artificial crab in it. You get a Korean pancake, some sesame potato, and you get some pickled onions. That's a yuzu pickle. The sides are also unlimited, meaning you can eat as much as you need to. The overall experience was good for me. Emphasis on experience, because this is what it is. They don't serve pork, no alcohol. If you want that, you might want to visit their branch in Newlands. That one is more vibrant than this one. Other than that, it was a great experience for me, a new experience, and it could be great for dates and groups of friends that want to try something different. Yeah, I lost a lot of the footage also and audio, so I tried to put together what I could. Let's try some Korean barbecue.
Here's the thing. If you scroll through Netflix, all you see is Korean shows, and this is what you see. Korean barbecue. We have it in Cape Town now. As they explained. So, like they explained, you take some lettuce, right? Chop some of that up with your scissor. Now I like my meat a little bit more rare, you know? More rare and more than what most people would like. Most people wouldn't eat meat this rare, but obviously I do, because I like my meat rare. Right. Let's use some of these chopsticks. That's really cool. They give you metal chopsticks. Again, not a professional, but yeah, let's do this thing, baby. You've got some pickled radish there. I'm definitely gonna put, ooh, these chopsticks is crazy, man. Pickled radish. These chopsticks are very awkward. Maybe it's not awkward, it's just my handling. But other than that, really dope. You got some salt mixed with some black pepper. There's the meat. Let's take some of that sauce. This is my first time trying this. This is kimchi. Let's put some kimchi on there. Now let's roll ourselves a nice wrap. Let's taste. It tastes really good. It's very bright, it's very acidic, it's very vibrant. I love it. Let's taste the short rub on its own. Like I said, if you watch my videos, 10 fingers, I'm all in. Don't tell me about no fork. Don't tell me about the spoon. I say more stating more. Remomzans. Fire. Finger looking good. Now, I'll add some of that onions again. Ish. Every time I see a chopstick, I'm like, hey, I hope I don't embarrass myself. Let's put some chili on there. Hi, look at this chopstick skills, eh? Your boys got these chopsticks. Got them under control. I'm not interested in the vegetables. Let's taste the rice. This rice, it's the same rice that they use for sushi. What do I think about it? Tastes really good. I think this is rice I would be cooking on a daily basis at home because it's perfect. Might just be my favorite rice. I don't like rice. I don't normally eat rice because it just feels like a million things in your mouth. It's very loose. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't like rice. For some reason, I love sushi rice because it's sticky, sticks together, it's moist, and you can flavor it. Kimchi. Kimchi tastes like half raw, half cooked cabbage that's spicy. It's really what it is. Other than that, let me get to this wrap, man. And if you watch Korean TV shows, you will see them eating like this all the time. Now, most people would say, like, why would I go out and eat and I have to cook my own food? What's the point of all of this? The point of all of this is it's an experience. It's how the Koreans do it. And I think when you come to a place like this, you have to have an open mind. Think about it. This is a whole culture. There's a culture behind this. It's not just something they're doing for fun. People do this and it's part of their culture. So when you come to a place like this, you have to have an open mind. And this thing of, why must I go cook my own food if I'm going out, I'm paying for it, why must I cook it? It's not about that. It's about the experience. It's about enjoying yourself with whoever you are with. And I think it's fun. It's a fun way to eat food. It makes sense to have something like this in South Africa. You know why? Because this is what we do. We braai. Let's try this. It tastes good. It's well cooked. It doesn't really have much of a flavor, but I guess when you eat all of this together with the meat, all of this wrapped into the lettuce, obviously the whole flavor of it will be completely different. I'm just tasting it on its own.
I will say this about the sides. The sides were really good, especially the pickles and the rice. The kimchi I wasn't too impressed with. Kimchi is supposed to be fermented, and I don't know if this got time to develop its flavors, but it wasn't too bad. The crudités, those carrots there and the cucumber, a little bit dry. Wasn't too fresh, but yeah, it's good.
Okay, let's try it. Let's try it with the potato. Let's put some of that mac on. Kimchi. Put some of that kimchi on there. Let's put some of that on. Right, we've got the sauce. I'm a pretty simple dude, you know? I don't like too many flavors, too many complicated things. I like simple food. But this is gonna be interesting. Let's see what happens when I put it all together.
Now, I will say this. When you do put all of these things together, they do impress. At the beginning, I was a bit skeptical, but when I put it all together and ate it all together, it really tasted good.
Yeah. What can I say? I love Korean barbecue. Another place I'm coming back to. Next time, maybe not with cameras, maybe just to enjoy it for what it is. A lot of people are halal in Cape Town, and what's great about this branch, it's halal and everyone gets to enjoy it. The only thing is it doesn't serve pork, and a lot of people love pork and a lot of Koreans love pork. I don't miss the pork, but there is other branches that do serve the pork. With that said, come check this place out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. There's more dope content coming, and if you help me with this channel, so I need your help to make this channel work. When it works, it will allow me to go to other places that I want to show you. There's so many dope places in Cape Town, but they will only allow me to go shoot there if I have a channel that I can show them like, yo, this is what I do, this is how we do it, and it will make it easier for me to get into those places so that I can show you, taste it, and let you know if you should go and try it. But this place is definitely a place you should try. It's really dope. Like, subscribe. Yeah. Catch you on the flip side.